Welcome back! A little while ago, I made a video about what first dates are like, and if you haven't seen it, or if you're like new here or something, I'll make sure I put a link to it up on your screen. I'll also link to it down in the description box below. Make sure you take a look at it. When I made that video, it had been years since I'd been on a first date, and I was all sassy and excited because I thought that I would never have to deal with that aspect of my life again. Yeah, I was wrong. Before this year, the last time I had gone on a first date was in my early 20s. I'm 30 now. I'm almost 31, and I'm starting to date again. Things are really different this time around. So, in today's video, let's talk about it. First dates in your 20s versus first dates in your 30s. Coming up. In my 20s, I was wild. I was fun. I was ready to take over the world. Hell, my knees didn't even crack when I walked. But now, in my 30s, I'm in this weird stage where I'm trying to date, but I'm also really excited about going to bed before 10 p.m. And I like going to bed, what's the word? Alone. 90% because I like lying in the center of my bed like a lazy starfish, just like spread out. And the other 10% because I'm aware of the fact that I now snore so loudly that I sometimes wake myself up from a dream in which I was being chased by some guy with a chainsaw. Like, can you imagine being made to lay in a tiny little ball in one corner of the bed because that's all the space that's being offered to you, and then not being able to sleep because of the human-shaped freight train lying next to you? That's what you get with me. And the time difference between early 20s and early 30s seems like such a long gap. Like, to put it in perspective, the last time I went out on first dates, people weren't even saying on fleek yet. That wasn't a thing. And now it seems like that has been torturing people for 84 years.
It's been 84 years.
Life is really different. Like, in my 20s, I used to say things like, hope he likes me. Do I smell okay? I don't think that's enough. Oh God. No. 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 But now, in my 30s, I say things like, I hope he doesn't live with his mom. Or in his car. Or with his mom in his car. I hope I don't fall asleep during the movie. If he mentions the Kardashians even once, you're leaving. Sorry about it. And in my 20s, if someone had a conversation about something like kids, it was so hypothetical that it was something that we could just have a casual conversation about over beer and pizza, which I can't even have together because now I get heartburn. But now, actually, you know what? Let me tell you a story. A little while ago, I went out with someone who said that he had no idea about whether or not he wanted to have kids. He hadn't even given it a thought yet. This guy was 39. 39 years old. He hadn't even given it a thought. And my brain instantly started to do math, which is weird because I hate math. So if you're 39 now and you still need some time to think about it, let's say you decide to have kids and by the time you make that decision, you're 40. Let's give you a year. So if you actually decide to be a parent, let's give it 2 years before you actually physically have that child. So now you're 42 years old with a newborn child and getting zero sleep whatsoever for probably the next 2 years when you become a 44-year-old chasing after a toddler. And by the way, a toddler, yeah, limitless energy. Let's skip forward 3 more years to when your child is 5 and you are 47 and have to take your kid to kindergarten. But then that blessed day comes where you wake up and your child has just turned 18 and you have the possibility, not even the guarantee, just the possibility of financial freedom from your own child. But it's too bad you can't enjoy it because you're 60 now, closing in on 61. Do you know how tired you're gonna be? Wow. Now I really hate math. And in my 20s, going on a date was super easy. Like, I could go out for drinks at 2 o'clock in the morning because I didn't do that whole sleep thing. But in my 30s, my schedule is so weird that planning a simple date is kind of like invading a large government facility. It takes a lot of planning. My schedule is really strange and my boss is a total jerk, so I can't just take time off. I'm my own boss. I just called myself a jerk. Wait. And these are things that I may have thought about back in my 20s, but now, in my 30s, so much has changed that I have no problem with actually saying them. Out loud. To my date. I know, right? I'm a real catch. You know what? maybe I'll just get a couple more cats. Thank you so much for watching. What are some things that have changed in your life about dating? Let me know down in the comment section below. I'm gonna read every single one of them, so make sure you jump into the conversation. Thank you so much for watching today's video. If you enjoyed it, you know what to do. Make sure to give it a thumbs up, and if you're new or you just haven't done it, click right over there to subscribe to the channel. I have more episodes right down there, all of my social media in the corner over there, and I have another episode coming next Sunday. Until then, stay classy, or like at least be sassy. Bye.